back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog basketball as we take a look at the history and tradition of Ferris State men's basketball. And with us today, senior Michael Peterson. And Michael, first of all, welcome to the show.
Yeah, glad to be here, Rob.
I know it's been an unusual fall for your team here as you go back to last spring, a chance to play in the NCAA tournament that unfortunately was canceled. Maybe what's the attitude of the guys like right now as you look forward to hopefully another opportunity?
Yeah, we're hoping to make it back exactly where we were last year, winning the GLIAC, going to the tournament, and it's a new year, new team, a lot of guys coming into new roles. We're happy to kind of get going. We've been doing some skill work, and we're hoping to kind of move along and progress from there.
I know last year you were the GLIAC champions. Really ties into our history and tradition of Ferris State basketball. 16th GLIAC championship, 14th NCAA tournament appearance. What's it been like being part of that history and that tradition?
Yeah, it's honestly been great. It's better than anything I could have imagined. Coming in, we were kind of trending upward when I got here, and it kind of, no thanks to me, but we were just kept going up and up and up, and obviously with the national championship, and then we've kind of sustained a very high level the last few years. So.
What was it like being part of that national championship experience, and obviously having that early on in your career, being around those guys like Zach Hankins, Drew Cushingberry in that senior class?
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. I still keep in contact with them. I was Snapchatting Hank today. He's kind of got an injury bug right now, but I was talking to him this morning, and it's just like, it was really fun, and everybody's still great friends, so that was just a great experience.
Growing up maybe in Rockford and here in West Michigan, what attracted you to Ferris State in terms of coming here and being part of this tradition?
Definitely, like you said, growing up in Rockford, it was kind of a proximity, and then I kind of knew, like I said, Ferris was trending upwards basketball-wise when I was in high school, and I was like, oh, I think that'd be a great place to go. And then obviously Coach Bronx was awesome. He was a young guy, a little skinnier when I came here, but he was a cool dude, and I liked the team. So.
Obviously, I know you have a chance each year, except for maybe this fall, to play the alumni game when some of these former players, some of these past standouts come back. What's it like being around many of those former players that come back and take part in that game?
Yeah, that's always super fun. And it's some guys you don't get to see throughout the year, so that might be the only time you get to see them. Like 2 years ago, we had Taekwon Greer come back, and I hadn't seen him since we won the national championship. So it's always cool seeing, guys come back. And I'll obviously be an alumni playing in that game too, so that'll be fun too, playing against like Scholler and the new guys. So.
As you look at that wall, maybe when you come into Wink Arena, the Wall of Fame that's got many of the legends, Dennis Johnson, Jarvis Walker, Coach Wink, Coach Ludwig. What's it like maybe studying that history and that tradition and knowing you're part of it now?
Yeah, like the last year, I think they've kind of made it a point to like talk about our history more, I would think. Like the wall, I think we redid that whole wall. We kind of updated it. So it's cool to know like this is where we came from. Like we wouldn't have won the national championship if it wasn't for guys back in the 90s probably, and we definitely wouldn't have been as good as we were if it wasn't for guys like Josh Fleming, like Jared Stoliker, who kind of started Ferris on the right path, and then we kind of took it from there. So.
I know obviously you've followed in the footsteps of many of those guys. Drew Lehman, another guy here in recent years, going back to 2010, Justin Keenan, some of those great players that have came here. What's it like maybe following in their footsteps, and how do you hope to carry that on to the younger kids?
Yeah, so we've been we did these Zoom calls all summer, and Bronx would try to bring in a guy from like the Keenan era, from the Lehman era, and they kind of just talked to us about their history and their path that they took. Like Keenan came in and was really, really good early. Lehman came in and was really, really good early, and then guys like Coach Fleming weren't as like great as freshmen, but they were just trending upwards. So it's good to like see their path, and like different kids can pull different things from different players. So.
I know back in the 80s, the 90s, Ferris State had an awesome home court advantage in terms of the old Jim Wink Arena. Now the new Jim Wink Arena, which isn't so new anymore, but it's the facility you guys play in now. And maybe what's that been like? Obviously, you've had a lot of success, the national championship year, and then this past season, an unbelievable home record.
Yeah, playing in the Wink is awesome. We love the community support, and you can feel it too. Like we had a bunch of games last year. Like when we played Lewis, we had to make big comebacks. When we played Finley, we had probably one of the most incredible runs like ever seen in Wink Arena. So it was like, it's a lot of fun, and we get to play in front of our students, our crowd. So that's why we like it.
What are the expectations maybe for you guys going in this year to try to carry on that tradition and try to win another GLIAC title and move on?
Yeah, like you said, probably square one is we're always trying to win the GLIAC. I feel like if you're aiming to win the GLIAC, that's going to set you up in a pretty good spot moving forward. Like we won the GLIAC, and we won the regular season, didn't do well in the tournament, but we still got a 7 seed. So you just know if you win the GLIAC, you're going to put yourself in a pretty good spot, and then you go from there.
Obviously, a student athlete here at Ferris State. Maybe talk about your academic program, what you hope to do once your basketball career is finally said and done.
I'm a finance major, so that's kind of my background here. And then this summer, I kind of took the plunge and I was studying for the LSAT, which is the entrance exam for law school. So that was kind of my whole summer. So that's where my head's at kind of right now.
Being one of the older guys now that's been around here for so long, maybe talk about the
Half a decade.
role you played,
Yeah.
maybe being a leader here on this year's team.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. All 4 seniors are captains, and it's been cool getting to meet the younger guys. Like I was just talking to my mom about how like I'm really good friends with like Scholler and Reese and all the new freshmen, and it's like they're like 18 years old. It's kind of weird, but like I'm kind of like dad now, which is a bit uncomfortable, but it's still been really fun getting to know the young guys. So.
Well, Mike, thanks for being with us here today, and hopefully looking forward to a great season coming up this winter for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update after this.